What's going on, YouTube fam? Today we're talking about networking. Welcome to the channel, guys. If you guys are new here, my name is David Lee and I am a photographer and cinematographer looking to help you improve your visual content through tutorials, advice, and entertain you guys with my own content. So today we're going to be talking about networking and the steps to kind of take towards networking. It's going to be another quick video. I've been super busy lately, so I really haven't had time to sit down and actually take the time to create a video, but it's really important to network, so I think that a lot of you guys should know it, and this is kind of how I started networking, so this is kind of based off experience. Before we get started, drop me a comment below and let me know, how do you guys usually do your networking? Do you guys just like DM people online and meet up with them? Do you guys have your certain own tactics? What do you guys do? Let me know in the comments below and let's get started. So the first thing that I want to mention to you guys is that you guys have to do free work. If you're literally starting out, you need to be like, hey, here's some free work, I'll do this for you, make sure you give me credits, do everything, because you can't just jump into something and expect the best. You don't have a portfolio, you don't have anything to show for, you don't have anything to give them to show that you're good at what you do. So you have to do free work, you have to get that practice and you have to build that portfolio. So yes, starting out you have to do some free work, if not all free work. It's really important to know your worth, but when you're first starting out, you really need to give that free work because it's what you need to do to be able to show that you know what you're doing and that you can do what they're asking you to do. Free work is super important because it builds relationships, it builds references, so people can refer you to them. You can come back and be like, hey, if you need credibility, you can ask this person and they can be your credible source or your reference or someone that can go to give you a good name. Having to give that free work really helps out, but you don't want to stick to free work all the time. You want to be selective about it, because I give free work to some of my friends, but I do not give it to everybody. The second thing that you're going to want to do when you're networking is think about ROI. So ROI is kind of like thinking about what you're putting in and how much you're getting back from it. So you want to be able to profit from what you're giving, but you want to be able to at least stalemate it. So you want to be able to make back what you spent. So let's say that you spend your time taking pictures with someone for 2 hours. So you want to be able to profit from those 2 hours that you spent. You don't want to go and waste your time. So a lot of people like to be really selective about who they shoot with. So they might base it off your followers, they might base it off your engagement. So let's say that a photographer with, let's say, 2,000 followers wanted to shoot with someone with 20,000 followers. The 20,000 followers person might not do it because of the ROI. Because they don't really get much back from it, because the photographer only has 2K followers, but the model or whoever they're shooting has 20,000, so the photographer is going to benefit a lot from one post. It depends what the photographer can provide to the model or whoever and kind of, give them that ROI and make them feel like they want to. So you really need to start thinking about ROI, what you can give, what you can get, and really consider that when you're selecting your jobs and what you're being offered. So ROI, just return of investment. You really just gotta sit there and think, is this worth doing? Should I waste my time with this? Or should I even put time into this, because what am I gonna get out of it? And it might sound like a douchey thing to do, like a really bad thing to do, but it's really important for you to start networking, because the return of your investment is your network. You're getting all these different names coming to you, you're getting that exposure. And when people say, I'll pay you an exposure, well, what exposure do you have? It's like you really have to think about what exposure you can get out of them, because a lot of people will say they're going to pay you an exposure and you might think it's dumb, but then some people, they might actually get something for you out of that with that payment of exposure. So paying by exposure is something that can actually work, but the people that actually say, I'll pay you with exposure, or I'm just trying to get you out there, or I'm trying to put you on, they can't. And it's pretty funny to see them say that. That's why it's a joke, but actually exists. Lastly, bartering. If you don't know what bartering is, it's basically the trade of services. So I do that all the time. So I get free tattoos, I get discounted haircuts or free haircuts and hair dye if I wanted to dye my hair one day. I get a bunch of different things for free because I barter with people. I offer them to do photos or videos, and in return they give me different services. So you're basically trading service, and this is really good because this is actually what put me where I am today. It all started when I bartered with this hair salon, BC Studios, here in Bethesda, Maryland. Basically what they did was they introduced me to a whole new network of people because I gave them some free services. They let me shoot for them, they bring me along places and kind of, you know, meet new people, and that introduces me to new clients and new people I can barter with. That's how I met my tattoo friend, and she flew me out to LA. So bartering is an extremely awesome way to meet new people because you guys are basically doing free things for each other, but it's not really free because you guys are trading services, but it's a really fun way to trade, and you know, you're not losing money and nobody's gaining money, but you're pretty much just trading services, meeting new people, getting to know them, and it's not like it's based off money and your whole relationship is revolving around money. Yes, you're revolving around business, but you're actually building a actual relationship with them because you're not depending on them with this money and whatnot. You're just giving them free services 2 ways, and it turns out really well, and you just make a lot of friends out of it. So bartering is something that I love doing. Those are 3 things that could just really get your network flowing, really just like put you out there. So let's run through that again. The first tip is to always start off with free work. Remember to just always give that free work if you think it's worth it. And that kind of falls into the thinking of your return of investment, your ROI. And the ROI is really super important when it comes to profiting yourself and actually moving forward rather than keeping yourself in the same place or taking a step back. That's all really important. And then you also have bartering that trades services, builds relationships, and kind of makes a name for yourself with other people and building friends. All those tie into your networking, and those can really skyrocket your network all of a sudden. Like, they really come out of nowhere. It kind of just like pops up in your face and you're like, wow, this really just happened. If you guys just keep going with these 3, if you just keep these 3 in your mind and just keep doing it, one day something special is gonna happen and your career is gonna change, your life is gonna change. So keep going at it and you'll get to where you want to be. Anyways, thank you guys so much for thanks for watching. Make sure you guys give this video a thumbs up if you liked it, share this video, and subscribe if you aren't already subscribed, and I'll catch you guys in the next video. Stay awesome and see you next week.